interesting. You did. I don't know. I don't think this could happen. All right. Oh, four bars. D minor story, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 1.
there's peace inside, but still you're searching for someone who understands the pain you've been through. Well, the Father waits with open arms. He's calling out your name. Come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, come on in, come on in. You'll find a place of rest and illumination where God within you helps you to light the way. He knows the peace you need and the hurt you're feeling. He longs to hold you and to wipe your tears away. Well, the doors are locked, the lights are on. What are you waiting for? Come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, come on in. Well, there's room enough in this home of love for someone just like you. Come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, come on in. You can do it, Tampa, come on in.
All right, excuse me, buddy. Good morning. Hi. All right. So next week is going to be Youth Sunday, and we are super excited. We're going to take over, do everything. So be here. Parents, there is rehearsal today from 12:30 to 2 here in the sanctuary. If you're not going to be here next week because you'll be on vacation, we'll miss you and thank you anyway. Today, our lesson is going to be the 12 powers of power. We're going to finish that up and talk about how we use our power for good. Nancy, do you have a question for us?
I do. Who here has lost somebody in their life? Somebody who passed away? Okay, how do you remember the people that you've lost? What's something you remember about them?
Pictures.
Okay, and then what do you remember when you see those pictures?
All of their best qualities.
All their best qualities, exactly. Go ahead, Landon. What do you remember?
Well, they haven't died yet, but they're gonna. Guess
How do you-
also pictures.
Right. So go ahead.
I remember that they were very giving.
Nice. So that's what we're talking today about Memorial Weekend, which has a bigger picture. But one of the things that's really important about Memorial Weekend is being able to learn from the people who have passed and learn the kind of qualities that would make us better people. So that's what we're going to talk about. So when you get home, ask your parents what they learned, okay?
All right, here, pet parents, you have homework.
Yeah. And if they don't know you, call me. All right, let's bless you.
All right, stand up, guys.
All our big kids are in graduation ceremonies
Yeah,
and events
all the
today.
teen. We have a lot of folks who are studying hard for exams
Yes,
right now.
exams.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna bless them too. We love you. We bless you. We truly appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. We love you. We love you. We really, really love you.
Hey, it's me. Good morning. Welcome to Unity of Tampa. Thank you for coming. We appreciate your presence here today. The first thing we want to do is we want to see if we have any new visitors for the first time today. Do we have anyone in here that's a new visitor for the first time? We have one. Sorry, just to single you out, but that's okay. We're not going to do anything bad. So we've got a gift for you. And then also at the end of the service, if you'd like, you can stop at the table at the back, by the back door there. Give us your email address, and we'll give you a T-shirt, a really unique, nice T-shirt that you can use. And that's for the first-time visitors. So what you can do, the email, we're not going to do anything with your email address except send you a Thursday newsletter that lets you know what's going on here in the church, so that hopefully maybe you'll want to come back on the second or third time. Speaking of second or third timers, do we have anybody here for the second or third time today? We do. Great. Thank you. 3 or 4. Well, the bad news is I hope the first time you came here you got your shirt, because you don't get another one today. The good news is we are going to give you something really good today, and it's going to be a special, great presentation by Reverend Nancy today. So,
No pressure. No pressure.
young lady, not to put any pressure on you, but we're expecting big things today from you. So we're looking forward to that. So announcements, I'm going to cover a couple of quick announcements this morning. If you want to get more detailed announcements, then they're going to be in your bulletin that you have today, on the email newsletter, on the Facebook page and the website page, and on your mobile app. You can pick up all the other information that you need to find out what's going on here. Now, if you'll all please silence your cell phones at this time if you haven't already done that, and we will move on. There we go. The Soul Sisters are meeting this Saturday, May the 30th, from 10:30 a.m. in the Fellowship Hall. It's the last Saturday of the month, which, of course, May 30th is. Donna O'Toole is facilitating. It's a reading discussion on spiritual growth and healing. Love offerings are appreciated. And I was just curious, are brothers allowed too, or is it just sisters? It's just sisters, okay. So we got to start our own deal here if we're going to do that.
Unless you're willing to wear a dress.
No. You know, I did that once for a skit. And the worst part was walking in high heels. I don't know how in the world you all can walk in high heels, but I did the whole thing. Anyway, that's all you're going to learn about me today. Next, we'll go to Potluck Sunday is June 7th, so it's the first Saturday. It's the first Sunday of the month, which is June 7th. Sign up on the Tithely app, the mobile app, and let us know what you're going to bring, so we can coordinate all that and be prepared for you. And then we have Kier. Is Kier? He is here. He is here. Okay, I just want to ask you, Kier, either you got a haircut for this, or this is an older picture.
I weighed about 255 pounds in that picture.
Really?
I was about 70 pounds heavier than I am now.
Wow. That's great. So
I should have gotten you a better picture.
no, that's great. That's a great picture. That's a great picture. It's just not how we know you right now. So
And it is Reverend Kier.
Reverend Kier, officially. Reverend, thank you. I give you my reverence. Okay, and then we have birthdays. Actually, we have one birthday and one anniversary. Mark and Susan Scaglione, and they're not here, I don't think. That's tomorrow, 30 years. Wow, that's great. Fantastic. And then Bronwyn, her birthday is May 27th, which is Wednesday. She's here somewhere. Yes, there she is. Okay. And that's it. Let's sing the happy birthday to them.
Let's do it.
And happy anniversary.
Okay.
Oh, do we have any other birthdays we forgot about
This week.
this week?
Who is it, Beth?
Okay.
Happy birthday.
Jeff, happy birthday. We missed him.
Let's sing to him.
Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, God loves you. Happy birthday to you.
Well, I guess I better get up here. How is everyone? Awesome. Yeah? You know, I was trying to guess how many people weren't coming today. I told Jeffrey, a lot of people go away on Memorial Weekend. I bet we don't have a full house today. And look at you, you're filling the house. I'm very impressed. Thank you for showing up. First of all, first and foremost, I want to just say congratulations to all of our new members, 21 people. Last Sunday, we're very, very grateful. And we have two who are here today who weren't part of the celebration, Mary Beth and Jack. If you would just stand for a minute, Jeffrey has something he's going to bring you both, and we would just like to acknowledge you as well. So thank you so much for being a part of our service. And Jack, that I understand we might have done that real close to your birthday. So, see, we were celebrating you in another way. So thank you for that. And then I also wanted to show Fern. So we saw Fern on Monday, 99 years old. And there was a beautiful veteran sign out in front of the assisted living for her. And the first thing she said to Jeffrey and I was, tomorrow, she said, I start counting to 100. I was like, who says that on their 99th birthday? I'd be like, oh, thank God I made it. I don't know. Anyway, she's a hoot. She's just a hoot. So I told her I'm going to buy her a tear-off calendar that she can count down every day, and then she can have a little fun with that. So I was looking forward to that. And then I have to tell you, I know it's not good news story time, but I really have to share this. This is a miracle story. If you never believed in miracles, you will after I tell you this story. So many of you know Mary Beth Lee, who gives us various cards that say the light worker. Okay. She had 2 strokes last week. I'm going to read this to you. I am 99.99% recovered from the 2 strokes and the immediate thrombectomy. The pain I had in the back of my skull since late Monday was because I had no oxygenated blood flowing from the back of my brain. Both arteries in the back of my skull that lead to the main BOA artery were occluded. I also had a smaller blockage deep inside my brain that was caught only when they performed surgery. I was saved for a week at least or longer by an artery in my frontal lobe that was providing oxygenated blood to the back of my brain, an artery that is not developed that way in most brains. That's what the neurologist told me. It is truly a miracle. The neurologist said I was a medical miracle, that it was nothing short of a miracle that I was alive, that I could speak, walk, and have no deficiencies. She said, and just before I went under anesthesia in the operating table, I said, quote, Mary, there's nothing you can do now but surrender to the divine, because I knew it wasn't up to me anymore at that point. And then I woke up. Here I am. It's truly a miracle. I'm so blessed. Please share my gratitude, blessings, and love to all of my Unity family and soul sisters. All of your prayers were heard and answered. I'm eternally grateful. Isn't that amazing? So Cure was kind enough to go down and see her when I couldn't get there. And I was very grateful. And Cure told me part of this story. And she sent that to me last night when I wrote and said, can I share this morning? So I just wanted you to hear that because I know she's probably watching today. But I'm just in such amazement that she has nothing. They even canceled physical therapy. I mean, it's just, honestly, just amazing. All right, so with all that said, join me, if you will, in saying our affirmation that we say every Sunday. There is only one power and one presence in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. And our second affirmation is one we're sharing with all of the regions in hopes of helping our country heal right now and all of the world heal. So let's say this one together. One presence, one power, God. We are one family, one heart, called to peace, love, strength, and action. Divine wisdom guides us now. And today's daily word is not what I'm reading, just so you know. I am reading tomorrow's daily word because it goes with what we're talking about today. And the word is memorial. And it says, with gratitude, I honor those who have served and sacrificed. Today, I remember the ultimate sacrifice of those who gave their lives in service. I take time to solemnly appreciate their dedication and commitment so I could have the freedoms I enjoy. My remembrance and appreciation extends to those dear to me who have passed on. Through my memories, these special ones are still alive in me. Like a fire that never completely goes out, a glimmer of connection remains. Knowing their souls live on fills my heart with comfort. I think of how I can use my time on earth to honor those who have served and those whom I have lost. I endeavor to live in a way that honors them, their unique qualities, and the inspiration they have given me to follow their example. And from 1 Corinthians, for in the one Spirit we were all baptized into one body, Jews or Greeks, slaves or free, and we were all made to drink from one Spirit. So, great message for us today. All right, I'm going to turn it over to our amazing band. Thank you.
Thank you. Will you guys stand and sing the song with us this morning? I hear the music. I hear the music down in my soul. Down in my soul. Yes, I hear the music. I hear the music down in my soul. Down in my soul. I hear the music. I hear the music down in my soul. Down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home. I've got a new day. I got a new day down in my soul. Down in my soul. I've got a new day. I got a new day down in my soul. Down in my soul. I've got a new day. I got a new day down in my soul. Down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home. I love the silence down in my soul. I love the silence down in my soul. I love the silence down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home. Yeah, I feel the power. Down in my soul. Down in my soul. I feel the power. I feel the power. Down in my soul. Down in my soul. yes it is. The whole wide world is my home. You guys know that song now, man. You sound so good. Thank you.
Think not only do they sound good, but they feel it. How
Yeah,
many of
that's
you
good.
feel that song? Yes? Yeah. That's my favorite part of that song. If you just close your eyes and sing it, you just feel it in your soul. It really is true. And you guys just sound awesome today. A lot of good energy. Not that you don't all sound awesome all the time, but I'm just saying. All right, so I want to thank Kathy Johnson for this story. This is a really great story. Maybe some of you already knew about it. I did not. So this occurred in Tampa last Saturday. Dozens of people walked nearly 2 miles in Veterans Memorial Park in honor of those who paid the ultimate price for our freedom in what was called Carry the Load Walk. Strapped to many of the participants' shoulders during the walk are weighted backpacks representing the heaviness that comes with losing someone. And each backpack is decorated to honor a service member who made the ultimate sacrifice. The event coordinator for Carry the Load, his name is Tony Brighter, he said it's a symbolic measure. You're wanting to make sure that these people are honored. Volunteer for Carry the Load, Mia McGurl, added every person dies 2 deaths in their lifetime. One when they actually pass, and again when someone stops telling their stories. That's why it's important to get people out here talking. It's how these families heal and spread the story of the courage and sacrifice their loved one gave for our country. First-time participant Gregory Hicks said, "It gives us the opportunity to see that we're not alone in it. We've all had to experience it in one way or another. It's that camaraderie that comes from it, from being able to talk about it and share the experience." Carry the Load is a national nonprofit that aims to give Memorial Day the significance it deserves by observing the entire month of May. So I knew nothing about this organization. It's a beautiful story. Thank you, Kathy. Yeah, just a great reminder, which is what we're going to talk about today. So let's get ready for meditation.
When I'm quiet in prayer, I open my heart. I open my heart. When I'm quiet in prayer, I open my heart. Hallelujah. When I'm quiet in prayer, I let go of fear. I let go of fear. When I'm quiet in prayer, I let go of fear. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
So I just invite you now to take a few deep breaths. Close your outer eyes if you feel comfortable doing that, or don't. And the idea of this time is just to let the words I'm going to share brush over your heart, taking in only what's right for you today, and just let the rest go. We're all on different paths and need different things. But for now, just stay in this moment. Anything you had on your mind when you walked in, just park it for now. And allow yourself to be totally present, without worry, without plans, without anything, but the heartbeat in your chest. During this Memorial holiday weekend, I take time to honor every person who stepped up in service to our country and made the ultimate sacrifice for my freedom. Thanks to each of them, I'm free to make choices for my life every day, including what I choose to carry forward in memory. By expressing gratitude for the qualities and the courage these people demonstrated, and by living my own purpose-filled life, I honor their lives and their sacrifice. And as I reflect upon my own life, I choose the memories that I wish to bring forward. Only the memories that bring me joyful thoughts, or those that bring me peace. In doing so, I gently file those memories that serve as painful reminders or weaken my spirit. Any events or hurts from the past may linger and create emotional barriers that prevent me from fully letting go and moving on. But it's up to me to bless my past, all of my past, as a learning experience. I'm grateful for the memories I have of those who have played a role in my life and those who have left behind a legacy that brings such joy in remembrance. I am ready, willing, and able to make courageous and mindful choices as I move forward with peace of mind and nothing but positive intentions. I remind myself that I am always connected to God, to that divine spirit within us all. And wherever I go, whatever I do, I am divinely uplifted by what I put out in the universe and what I receive back. And I thank God for the spiritual freedom to do that. to decide what to choose to remember, to decide what to let go, to listen for that intuition and to be guided by that wisdom. I take time now to sit in the silence and allow all of this to be internalized. I am free. I'm whole. And I am a divine child of this amazing universe. And any limitations I've told myself I have simply don't exist. They exist in my thoughts only. And as I gently bring myself back to this moment in time, I recognize all the gifts of my life and the many blessings that await me. And I am centered in peace. Good morning, Everett and Logan. So today we have two goals. Our focus is on first remembering the brave men and women who gave their lives in service for our country and for our freedom. And the second is to recognize our purpose in carrying on the qualities that these people demonstrated through their service. For me, Memorial Day is not just a date on the calendar, it's an invite for all of us to reflect and honor the lives that were sacrificed for our freedom. Growing up, I remember everyone putting out a flag. Our whole neighborhood, every house had a little flag holder, and everyone would put their flag out. And you could drive down any street, and there was an American flag on every house. And I remember the men coming over on the holiday, and all of them talking about those they left behind when they served in World War II, or the stories of and their experiences of serving, so that all of us kids would remember what this weekend was about. Of course, a lot of times they were speaking in Armenian, and we'd have to, use our dual language ability to try to make sense of it. But we learned so much just listening and watching. And for me, it was very reflective experience. But with the years passing, and as I've gotten older, I have recognized that this holiday has become so much about retail sales and people getting away for 3-day weekends. And I get that, and it's wonderful. But our younger generations truly cannot often tell the difference between Memorial Day and Veterans Day. And that's something we're responsible for helping them understand. And as more time passes, Memorial Day, for me personally, has become a time to also remember other loved ones who passed. This past Friday was the anniversary of my dad's passing, and I remember Memorial Weekend, his celebration of life service taking place. And I remember thinking it was so appropriate that it was happening on Memorial Weekend. So, my thoughts this weekend were to make sure my brother put the flowers on my parents' graves because they're both in a veteran gravesite. But taking time to express gratitude for those who lost their lives actually helps us to manage grief in general. We remember names and the stories and acknowledge the blessings and the freedoms we have. That's when we're actually paying tribute to a loss that really can't be measured. I can't help but think about Bill Bellis, who's here, Billy Bellis Jr. He, as you know, we had Mary's picture up last weekend, and he just lost his iconic mom. But again, timing of all of this is a chance for us to grieve and to let our hearts open up and to keep the special memories alive. There's also a very spiritual aspect to this holiday, from my eyes, that can help shape our lives in a more meaningful way. And it begins with us asking ourselves these questions. First of all, what can we learn from true sacrifice? What is it? What can we learn from it? And how are we giving that kind of sacrifice? How might we deepen our gratitude and develop more humility or refine our values? Is there a way that we could awaken ourselves to greater responsibility, to be compassionate, and to have more moral seriousness about us? And ultimately, how can we awaken to the gift of life, the needs of others, and our duty of serving those who trust us and need us? It's just not enough, from my eyes, for us to admire those who developed courage and bravery and paid that price. We can only honor them by considering how that sacrifice moves us into living a more appreciative and awakened life. Now, I don't know about you, but I think it's easy to get caught up in all the day-to-day life stuff and to forget how lucky we truly are. We're free to drive around. We're free to make choices. We can go wherever we want. How often are we even thinking about that until a weekend like this? But there are so many lessons we can learn, like love. Let's start with love. So, love is truly revealed in sacrifice. What we do for others, how we do for others, and our willingness to do without expectation. And our culture often speaks of love more in emotional or sentimental terms. But life really provides a much deeper lesson about love. Because love gives, love protects, and love serves, and it perseveres. And on Memorial Day, we honor those whose service reflected that willingness to love, to protect, to serve, and to persevere, and to give everything for the good of others. I saw a news clip. I didn't see the story yet. I want to, about a group of men who went back to Normandy this past week to be present for where they invaded Normandy back in World War II. And my dad was there too. And I remember just hearing the man, all I heard of that clip was him saying, "I'm the only one who went home amongst my platoon." And what that must have felt like to be the only survivor. And he describes some very spiritual thing that happened to him. And for a moment, it was just a moment, but he said it was what absolutely kept him going. So once I learn more, I'll tell you. But I love the idea that this is about us thinking more in that same spirit of protecting others and letting go of our need for any selfishness or indifference or resentment, and instead comforting others when love is needed and people are grieving. And even if we don't know them, just listening to them can be enough. The second thing I think we can learn is gratitude, because it's more than just a feeling. True gratitude can change the way we live our lives. It makes us gentler people and more humble. It helps us be more responsible and more aware of the blessings that we often take for granted. But gratitude, real gratitude, requires action. To be thankful for someone's sacrifice, it's not enough just to speak those respectful words once a year. It means that we need to live in a way that honors what we were given and take action through being more faithful people, people who know how to step up and help others, to be more committed to our own relationships, to be grateful for the people we have in our lives. Many of you heard about what happened to Kyle Busch, the NASCAR driver, this week. 2 weeks of being sick, and a 41-year-old man is gone, leaving 2 children and a wife behind. Okay, and one of the last things he said at a race was, "You never know when it's going to be your last one." Maybe we need to take our lives more seriously and pay more attention to how we're showing up every day. Because Memorial Day can also teach us the proper response to sacrifice, which is not passive appreciation, it is purposeful living. How many of us can say, "I live on purpose, I live with purpose," versus "I get up every day and the same grind and just do the same things"? How many of us say that? We all do. At some point in the week, that's what life looks like. But let's just think about that for a minute. I had to turn my whole thought process around this weekend. First, feeling like this strange kind of sadness on Friday and trying to understand what was bothering me. And I figured it out, which was super helpful. But then my mind went to, well, church and a graduation and a party. And oh, by the way, I'm working in New York 3 days this week, and I've got a lot going on in my head. And then I just paused and was like, okay, let's start again, Nancy. So, how wonderful you get to go and be with the people you love the most on Sunday morning. Second of all, how lucky are you were invited to 2 events. And third, how lucky are you that at my age, I'm still traveling for my corporate job and people really still find me useful. So once I said all of that to myself, my whole attitude changed. But I was just in the, like everybody else, in the to-dos. You know, this. Freedom for us is a profound gift. That is the lesson for us today. It is one of the most important. And it carries this moral responsibility we have. Because the freedoms we have make us more compassionate. They can provide greater integrity. They help us demonstrate greater good for the rest of the world. But if we don't take that seriously, then we're not being responsible. And as we mature, we actually learn that freedom and responsibility go together. It's not about pursuing our own interests. That already happens. It's about doing what's right for the world and for ourselves. It's about seeking justice for all, protecting the most vulnerable, becoming people of moral character who don't walk by a travesty and say, I don't know what's going on over there, who actually ask if help is needed. This is when we start paying attention to the fact that this weekend is deeply personal for so many. There are parents and spouses and children and siblings and friends who live every day with the absence of their loved ones. So one of the most humane things we can do is notice that grief, honor it, and meet it with a tender heart. And while all the ceremonies that are going on in the public displays of flags are there to honor the fallen, and yes, they're helpful, they don't help the grieving. What helps the grieving is us being present as a quiet voice, listening, being patient, being willing to help those who are having a difficult time this weekend. And it's important for us to understand that hope, having hope, does not erase memory. But it's also important to understand while Memorial Day is very solemn for many people, it is not hopeless. Hope is what transforms the way memories are carried by us. And hope is our act of courage when we refuse to surrender to being in despair. When we catch ourselves and recognize we're going down a deep, dark path that we don't need to go down. And when we do what Mary said, surrender to God, surrender to the divine, knowing that our purpose is still in front of us. We want to be led toward hope, the kind that doesn't deny our grief, but helps us carry that grief with strength and compassion and grace. Because remembering is an act of honor. Real people with real families, with real dreams, laid down their lives. And remembering teaches our next generation that freedom has a history, that courage has a cost, and that gratitude should have roots. I remember the first time Jeffrey and I took Melody to the gravesite down in St. Pete where his parents' ashes are. And she saw for the first time all the flags up over Memorial Weekend and was so curious why. And we had this amazing conversation. And every year after that, she would get the little flags out and put them around the house. So she was young. She was 8 years old. But she started to understand why people were out there putting all those flags up. It's good for our kids to know. As we celebrate tomorrow, whatever you're doing this weekend, my hope for us is that we will be changed by who and what we choose to carry forward in memory, that we will choose service over selfishness and gratitude over entitlement. and ultimately that we would become the kind of people who use freedom wisely, speak about it with gratitude, and live humbly and love generously. And maybe, just maybe, each of us then would commit ourselves to living in ways that heal versus wound, encourage versus tear down, and bless rather than burden. So we can live as awakened as possible and be thankful and more committed to living for something greater than ourselves. Let's review our lessons for today. Remembering with gratitude and purpose helps us embrace the following: that love is revealed in sacrifice, protects, serves, and perseveres. That gratitude is more than a feeling, that it's demonstrated through our actions. That freedom is truly a profound gift. It's not an excuse for us to just think about ourselves. And number 4, that hope does not erase memory, that it transforms how memory is carried. The affirmation for today is, I remember with gratitude and purpose. Let's say that together. I remember with gratitude and purpose. And this is a great quote from someone I don't know. Does gratitude spare us from sorrow, sadness, grief, and pain? No, but it does soothe our feelings. It provides us with a greater perspective on the very purpose and joy of life. So let's take a moment and just pause and say, thank you, God, for the freedoms bestowed upon us by the people who were willing to fight on our behalf. We are grateful for the legacy of all who have moved on before us. We carry their stories in our hearts. And we remember that their passing occurs a second time when we forget to tell the good stuff about their lives. And so it is. Amen. All right, if you have a prayer, I would appreciate it if you would put it on the card, drop it in the box. If you're online, go online, fill out the prayer card, and we will add that to tomorrow's prayer list. I want to say thank you to all the chaplains and everyone who helped pray for Mary Beth Lee and for Rogan this week. Both had positive outcomes. Thank you so much for that. And also, this is a time when we say our giving affirmation with the intent of saying we and seeing the broader picture beyond ourselves. So let's say our giving affirmation and remember why we do this, for all the blessings bestowed upon us. We have faith in God as our instant, constant, abundant supply and supplier. We have faith in God to open ways when to the human sense there is no way. We have faith in God to guide us in all our ways, and our health, happiness, and prosperity are assured. Thank you, God, for your abundant good, now flowing forth to meet our every need. And so it is. And thank you to everyone who brought food and drinks and whatever today. We always appreciate you, even when it's not Potluck Sunday. And now you're in for a real treat. Beautiful song, and thank you. Perfect for today.
There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for still can recall some are dead and some are living. In my life, I love them all. But of all these friends and loved ones, there is no one compares with you. And these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I loved you more. Oh, I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you all. In my life, I love you all. Thanks, guys. All right, it's your turn again. Let's stand and sing the peace song. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment with peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Wow, feel the energy, take it in, and let's say the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. God bless you. Thank you for being here. Have a safe weekend.
Thank